Kyle, something that we hear quite a bit is regarding especially the underclassmen, where parents or student athletes maybe don't feel that they're ready to be reaching out to college coaches. And it's something that we talk a lot about here on Facebook Live. College coaches know as an underclassman that you're not a finished product. So maybe that hesitation that some people have of, well, my kid's not fully grown yet, or they haven't reached their potential yet, or really peaked as an athlete. It's still important to take these steps. Again, coaches know as a freshman or sophomore, the information that you're sending isn't a finished product. They can evaluate and they can judge projectability on their end. So that hesitation that I think some families have early on to email coaches, maybe they overthink a little bit.
Yeah, the big fear for a lot of parents, we've heard this hundreds of times, is that if I reach out to this coach, or if this coach sees my student athlete now as a freshman or an eighth grader, they're just going to write them off their recruiting board entirely. They're just going to say, well, this is someone I'm not interested in. These coaches, and for the most part, they've been around the sport for decades. A lot of them have been playing and coaching since they were very young. They understand, like David said, that they're not looking at a finished product. But for them, they're trying to plan out their recruiting board for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years in some cases down the road, which means they have to start looking at student athletes at younger ages, freshmen. They have to start understanding where they're at right now and trying to get a better feel for what type of student athlete they're going to turn into. So for them, it's all about projectability. It's all about seeing what their mechanics look like, what type of player they are, how they act on the field. Is this someone who's going to grow into a bigger, stronger player with these same mechanics and be someone that I want to take very seriously? So for someone like me, I went into high school at 5'8" or so. By the end of my sophomore year, I was 6'4". I could have shown them good mechanics. I could have shown them that I have a lot of the right material that could be built into something better when I get bigger and stronger. So understanding that fear, but also knowing that they're not going to just write you off their recruiting board. They're going to take a look at a student athlete's skills, and that way they can keep track of your progress and growth through high school, which is the most important thing for them, because they want someone who's going to come into college and continue that growth and development for the next 4 years past that.
Yeah. So again, if you're a student athlete and you're starting to think about reaching out to college coaches, it's an important thing to do. Again, don't just sit back, wait, hope that coaches are going to find you, that a scholarship is going to fall out of the sky and into your lap. The more initiative that you can take in this process and reaching out to coaches, reaching out to the right coaches is important as well, and setting the right information. So I think, again, overall, you want to be as personal as possible. You want to make it as much about yourself and introducing yourself to college coaches, but also knowing a little bit about their program and having some interest in their program. Maybe you're commenting on, hey, coach, saw you guys had a huge win the other week and congratulations, or saw that you guys, broke the school record for wins in a season. So even with a school or that coach does something that's worth celebrating as well, again, take that initiative to reach out to those programs. But again, as a sophomore, as a freshman, if you can reach out to coaches early on and have 25, 30, 50 coaches knowing who you are by the time junior year hits and that personal contact can begin, that's where student athletes tend to see the most success in the process. So